Okay. Can I come and just give a little dating advice? Can I just give a little dating advice? If you are dating and you hate men or you hate women, you have resentment in your heart or a bitterness. If you really don't trust that there's any good men, or you really don't trust there's any good women, or if you don't really like yourself, you really don't like yourself, you have resentment and bitterness for yourself, but you're dating. It's like going north expecting to end up south. How can you lead? How can you go in one direction and end up in another? There's a good old saying that I live by. Can two walk together unless they agree? Do those two thought processes agree? Mm, they can't live together. You can't put fresh water and bitter water together. It's just not gonna. It's not gonna. It's not gonna melt well, right? So what I would suggest, either you don't date at all, don't date, or you actually work on those things, you know. Because the truth of the matter is, you may not want to say this, you may not want to be honest with yourself, but you're basically being a user. You're being a user because you really don't like men or women. If you hate them, if you don't really think there's any good ones out there, you know, it's like a racist person who thinks all black people are ghetto and all the women are crack baby moms. But they say, but I love black people. I have lots of black friends. How does that work? How does those two thought processes kind of exist together? Right? Doesn't make sense. Mm-hmm. So you probably should work on your bitterness, work on your resentment, love yourself, and let's be real. Let me just give some advice. There are bad people in this world. There are bad men, there are bad women, there are bad people. Right? There are good people too. There are bad people that do good things. There are good people that do bad things. However, we're all flawed. We're absolutely all flawed. So if you are looking for problems, you'll find plenty. You'll find enough. And look at yourself first. Look at yourself first when you're saying that there's like no good men or there's no good women. You know? And when I say that you're a user, you want your needs met. That's why you're dating. That's why you're going out there. You want these needs met from someone you hate and you dislike. And how is that working out for you? My advice is to work on being loving, being accepting, being tolerant, being forgiving, patient, and start with yourself first. Be all those things for you first, right? And then learn how to extend that to other people, even in their flaws, even in their shortcomings, even in where they're not perfect, right? Try to love anyway. Try to accept anyway. Try to be patient anyway. And try to put forth and consync your mind, your emotions, as well as your actions. Try to make sure what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and what you're doing is all in alignment with walking in love. Right? And then see what you attract. See what you bring into your life. And if you do get in a relationship, they won't be perfect. They'll be a completely, beautifully flawed individual that needs love, acceptance, kindness, and forgiveness. Can you provide those things? I know you may have a job, you may have an education, you may have a career, you may have bought your own house, you may have all the things. But do you have kindness, gentleness, honesty, patience? Can you provide those things for yourself first, but then others? I truly believe when you cultivate those things within yourself, you actually attract. You also attract those things as well. It's like, can two walk together unless they agree? Last thing, in all you're getting, get understanding. And all that you aspire to achieve and get out of life, get understanding. Wisdom ain't cheap.